Hello, good evening. Please note that all attendees' personal video and microphone have been disabled upon entry. Attendees joining us today are highly encouraged to ask questions using the chat feature. We have team members live and ready to answer your questions at any time during the program. Good evening and welcome. My name is Sandy Moday, and I'm the Interim Manager of Community Programs Development at CPS Energy. I want to take the time to thank you for joining us today for CPS Energy's virtual People First Community Fair. We have a strong commitment to our community and our customers. While we would have loved to join you in your community, due to the COVID-19 health pandemic, we're promoting wellness and using technology to share information about CPS Energy's programs and initiatives. We're excited today to be joined by District 5 City Councilwoman Shirley Gonzalez, the City of San Antonio Economic Development Department, and in addition to our members of CPS Energy team. This evening, we have Kirk Knuckles, an outreach specialist, and he will tell us about CPS Energy's customer assistant programs. We have Julia Martinez with our Energy to Business team, also known as E2B. She will share information about rebate programs and resources available for small and medium businesses. We have Michael Sinden with the City of San Antonio's Economic Development Department, and he will tell us about the Jobs for SA program. We have Priscilla Robledo with our Customer Response Unit, also known as CREW. She will cover CPS Energy's Flex Power Bundle initiative and our proposed rates advisory committee. Councilwoman Gonzalez, thank you so much for hosting this event with me. Before we jump into our program, I want to give you the opportunity to address and welcome all of our attendees this evening. Joining us, the Chief of Staff for District 5, Ms. Teresa. Welcome, thank you for joining us. Would you like to share some opening comments for our attendees tonight?
Thank you. I see the councilwoman there and we see the mute button going on and off, but you know, darn this modern technology. It never works when you need it to. So I will, on behalf of Councilwoman Gonzalez, while we work out the technical difficulties, I will definitely welcome everyone who's joining us today. Thank you CPS for always keeping in mind our district and working with us to improve both services and upgrades and of course the care for those within our district, particularly not only at this time, but who need assistance with their bills from time to time. And of course, the great programs that you guys have done supporting people with making our homes more energy efficient, particularly in a district that is just so original and historical in its age. We have many older homes. So that is very important for our district. So I want to thank you on behalf of Councilwoman Gonzalez. And I'm sure if she gets that, she'll jump in and say hello. So thank you very much, and thank you to all those who have jumped on this meeting.
Hi, I'm here. This is Shirley Gonzalez, a councilwoman for District 5, trying to multitask here with small children, but thank you very much, Teresa, for filling in for me, and also I hope you all can hear me okay, at least as I just do my welcoming.
Yes,
but I'll be here listening the whole time and seeing how I can be helpful to you all. This is a really great program. We have great partners with CPS Energy, and I'm really excited for you all to hear about the Ready to Work program that voters approved in this last election cycle, and I think Michael will talk a little bit about that. So we've got lots of great things happening here in San Antonio, and thank you all for hosting, and we stand by here at your service. So thank you so much. Thank you, Teresa, for filling in for me.
Thank you so much, Councilwoman. Thank you, Teresa. We do value our partnership with the city and the county. We do continually use various methods to share customer programs and utility assistance information with our community. Also, some of our guests today will mention additional assistance programs that are available. I believe our virtual attendees will appreciate learning about the many programs we have to offer. As a reminder to all of our attendees, We are recording today's presentation and we'll be sharing that on social media at a later date. Also, we look forward to answering your questions throughout the program. Please use the chat feature to connect with a team member. They will be available live to answer any questions. Our first topic of the evening is customer assistance programs. Joining us today is Kirk Knuckles to elaborate on these programs. Welcome, Kirk.
Hello there. I'll be talking to you today. Hello, everyone. My name is Kirk Knuckles, our community engagement team. Today, we're going to talk about some of our programs and everything. Starting out with, I'll be going over a few of our assistant programs, including our residential energy assistant program, known as REAP, the Senior Citizen Billing Program, the Senior Citizen Late Fee Waiver, and the Affordability Discount Program. To begin with, we're going to start off with the assistant program, our REAP. It is a partner with the City of San Antonio and Bexar County. CPS Energy contributes $1 million or more per year to the REAP fund. Through our REAP program, customers receive payment assistance through the City of San Antonio Department of Human Services, known as DHS, where qualified customers may receive up to $400 applied towards their CPS Energy bill. To qualify, have an income at or below 25% of the federal poverty guidelines and be experiencing a financial hardship. For instance, as this slide shows, a family of 4 can have a gross income not exceeding $2,729. To apply, you can complete online applications by visiting the website www.sanantonio.gov/DHS or DH stability, This electronic application allows for faster communication and allow you to check the status of your application. You can also call the City of San Antonio Department of Human Services at 210-207-7830. How's the next topic? We have the Senior Citizen Billing Program. Hereby, senior customers are allowed additional time to pay the next amount of their energy bill, allowing 25 days to pay their monthly bill. To qualify, the person whose name appears on the CPS Energy account must be at least 60 years of age, and the program can only be applied to the customer principal resident. To apply, senior citizens can complete an online application by visiting our website, cpsenergy.com/assistance, or by calling us at 210-353-2222. Our next program, Senior Citizen Late Fee Waiver Program. For qualifying seniors over 60 years old, once on the program, they can have their late charges waived. To qualify, the individual must be 60 years of age or older, must be the person whose name is on the utility bill that is the customer of record, and have an income at or below 25% of the federal poverty guidelines. To apply, you may complete an online application by visiting our website at cpsenergy.com/assistance, or you may call us at 210-353-2222. Lastly, I will provide some information on our affordability discount. Through this program, customers may be eligible for a discount of their monthly service charge. To qualify for this discount, your income must be at or below 25% of the federal poverty guidelines and must be meet one of the following requirements: be 60 years of be 60 years old or older, have a disability, use life sustaining medical equipment, have preschool age children or children age 18 and under, or have extenuating circumstance as determined by CPS or the City of San Antonio. To apply, an online application can be completed and submitted by visiting our website, cpsenergy.com/assistance, or you can call us at 210-353-2222. This concludes my presentation, and I want to thank you for this opportunity to provide you with this information, which I hope you found very helpful. On that note, we're going to pass it back to Ms. Sandy.
What is the easiest way for District 5 residents to find these resources and programs available to our community?
You can go on to cpsenergy.com, go into our programs, and look them up inside of there. Or for assistance, you could also call 210-353-2222.
Thank you so much, Kirk. As mentioned, CPS Energy has a variety of programs to offer all of our customers. Again, we encourage you to visit, as Kirk mentioned, cpsenergy.com/assistance for more information. Next this evening is our Energy to Business. Julia Martinez will cover rebate programs and resources available for small and medium businesses. Welcome, Julia.
Good evening. My name is Julia Martinez, and I am with CPS Energy, representing our Energy to Business team. I thank you for joining us today. We know your time is valuable. We are excited to share information about our rebate programs and resources available for small businesses. It is my pleasure to introduce to you to our Energy to Business department, also known as E2B. Our E2B team is ready to support, guide, and be of service for small businesses facing financial burden. E2B is a mobile hands-on unit reaching customers through personable concierge-type communication. We are building relationships with small businesses, creating easier channels to do business with us, and providing that one point of contact to help you through complex issues. Additionally, our team delivers awareness to small and medium businesses of available rebates CPS Energy has to offer. Business owners can participate and learn about various programs that can help save you energy and money. Therefore, I would like to share details of our free HVAC tune-up instant rebate. CPS Energy has contractors that are trained to deliver exceptional service to you. You can schedule an appointment to receive this free service by calling our rebates department at 210-353-2728. During the service visit, the contractor will measure and correct the indoor airflow, inspect and change the filter, as well as adjust the refrigerant of your central system. They will clean and inspect the outdoor condenser coils, indoor coil and filter, and indoor blower and filter. To be eligible, you must be a commercial customer, have a 1-year-old direct expansion or heat pump, and have not received a tune-up in the past 5 years. Don't worry, if you don't know whether you fit the eligibility requirements, our contractors can help you determine this when they speak to you. The exciting news about this rebate is that it has a value of $175 to up to $1,800, depending on the tons of your HVAC system. There are many rebates designed specifically for commercial customers to discover at cpsenergy.com/save now, or contact our rebates department at 210-353-2728 for more programs and details. CPS Energy continues to serve our community safely during COVID-19 pandemic by implementing safety measures to ensure you have reliable power for your business. We have adjusted our walk-in business center location hours to prepare the facility before the beginning of each business day and now are open from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Our energy advisors are physically distanced as they are working from home, but our call center hours for our commercial department are available for you to do business with us as usual, Monday through Friday, 7:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., and can be reached at 210-353-3333. We have suspended all disconnects, but in fact, CPS Energy is actively sharing that if you contact us to make a payment plan to address these balances, we are removing any late fees that may have been charged to your account as a courtesy to further assist you with your financial needs. E2B team strives to strengthen our people first philosophy, which is about being there for our customers when they need us. Energy to Business team partners with a variety of community alliances to share valuable resources with our small business customers. Today, we're pleased to share this virtual platform with Train for Jobs SA program. As we support the health and well-being of our community by practicing social distancing, we also recognize the importance of staying virtually connected with our customers and our community during this time. Thank you for your time today, and please remember to visit our website at cpsenergy.com/save now for information on all our rebates and programs. Back to you, Ms. Sandy.
Thank you so much, Julia, for that information. Julia, can you share with us, COVID-19 has affected the E2B team's ability to get out in the community like you typically do. Can you tell us what you have been doing and engaging with the community and how you have been engaging during this time of COVID-19?
Yes, ma'am. E2B team works with our alliances such as chambers and entities throughout Bexar County to deliver presentations virtually, very much like today. And during our communication, we strive to provide the most up-to-date grant details like Bexar County Strong, which is funds that can help with financial burden businesses that may be faced with. Our customers are also being reached through our Customer Outreach Resource Efforts team, also known as CORE. And continuously, we are conducting outbound calls to discuss with businesses their balances and provide a payment plan that can fit their budget. In addition, if customers make those payment arrangements with us, we're able to waive those late fees incurred to further assist with their financial needs. I do want to take this time, though, to remind our customers that CPS Energy will never call to collect from you over the phone.
Thank you so much, Julia, for that information. Councilwoman Gonzalez and Teresa, I can open this up. If you have any questions for our E2B, our Energy to Business team, that again is out providing assistance and resources for small and medium businesses.
So I think it's just the outreach and what's the best way to contact them and how to best share information of this program with our small businesses.
Yes, ma'am. Energy to Business can be reached at 210-353-6322. We also have an email that can be reached directly at e2b@cpsenergy.com. Those two are available to reach our department directly Monday through Friday. And emails, of course, will be referenced the following day.
Thank you so much, Julia. Thank you, Teresa. That was a great question. CPS Energy genuinely cares about our community and promotes programs that can help support our customers, whether it's our own CPS Energy programs or local agency partners programs. Our Energy to Business team has definitely had to get creative, as Julia mentioned, to maintain that engagement within the District 5 community while practicing physical distancing. Thank you again, Julia, for that information. Next this evening is the City of San Antonio's Economic Development Department. Michael Sinden will share information about Jobs for SA program. Welcome, Michael, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me this evening. I'm really excited to be here. Thanks to the Councilwoman at CPS Energy for hosting. I'm really excited to make sure folks are aware of the city's Train for Jobs SA program. A few months back, a city council adopted through the COVID-19 Recovery and Resiliency Plan a variety of different efforts to help our community kind of weather the COVID-19 storm, whether that was rental assistance, small business grants, and also workforce development. The efforts they put into our workforce development pillar established the Train for Jobs SA program that has been up and running since the beginning of September. So for those of y'all unaware, the program, for the visual here, if you don't mind minimizing that a little bit so we can kind of show the whole thing, it'll give folks some guidance on where they can go to access the program. But the program basically offers City of San Antonio residents who've been affected by COVID-19 the opportunity to gain new skills and certificates through education and training in order to seek what we call high demand occupations that pay $15 an hour or puts you on a career pathway that could pay $15 an hour. The training opportunities, there are a bunch of them available. So if you're interested, you definitely should check out the program. They range from high school equivalency training to short-term training to long-term training and also on-the-job training. So there's a variety of different pathways to meet you where you are, both from an education standpoint and from a general interest standpoint on what you might want to pivot away from what you did and what you want to do moving forward. To support city residents who are seeking training through this program, do note that we offer case management services to support residents through their training pathway. We realize that folks have various needs, such as childcare and other types of resources that we will provide you to make sure that process is as seamless as possible so that once you start, you have what you need to finish, and we're breaking down those barriers. In addition, do note that we have stipends available for $15 an hour for the city residents who are undergoing the training. So we want to make sure you have that support along the way, again, so that you can complete and obtain that job that you are hoping to achieve. Do know that the program is available now. As I stated, this started about in the beginning of September of 2020, and it is expected to run through September 2021. We're looking to serve up to 10,000 residents through this program. And to help us accomplish this goal and provide these trainings, do note that we have partnered and contracted with very reputable organizations and nonprofits in the community, some of which you might be very familiar with. Those are Alamo Colleges, Family Service, Restore Education, Chrysalis Ministries, Workforce Solutions Alamo, and Project Quest. Any of these agencies are standing by, ready to accept city residents into this program, and they'll definitely get you started along the pathway. Now, while any of these agencies can take you into the program, what I suggest you do, and I really want to thank our 311 department for this, is they've set up a mechanism where you can call them, pick up your phone, dial 311. It'll call into our city call service and tell them that you're interested in the Train for Jobs SA program. They're going to get the process started for you. They're going to take down some basic information, and based on that information, they're actually going to refer you over to one of these training partners who will follow up with you and proceed through the next steps until you're enrolled in the program. Again, that number is 311. It's that simple. For those of y'all who don't prefer to talk on the phone and you prefer to go on a website maybe to learn a little more, you can go to covid19.sanantonio.gov. There's a wealth of resources on there beyond even workforce development that might apply to you and might be something you were unaware of that could help you out in these tough times. If you feel this program could benefit you, I just really want to encourage you to reach out and get started, and just know that we're here to help at the City of San Antonio. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Michael. That is great information, very valuable information, as you mentioned, especially currently during COVID-19, great resource for our families and for our community during this time. I will leave it again open for Teresa or Councilwoman if you have any questions for Michael.
So one of the things that I just wanted to share with the community, the importance of really looking into these programs or sharing them with your neighbors, with your children's friends. You know, I was sharing this with one of my son's therapists, his speech therapist, and she jotted down, she's like, give me that number again, the information, because she knew of another family that really could benefit from a program like this. You know, I'm very proud to work with the Councilwoman's office because of all the great work that she and some of her colleagues do to create these type of programs for our community, but they don't benefit our community if we don't enroll. And so it is really important that you share that information with everyone you feel that really could benefit for these programs. Michael did mention that there are stipends, so that if you think, no, well, I can't give up this job because I have to do that job, that will be covered in the program. And I know we focus on the website, but sometimes it's complicated. I have been told that 311 is actually very easy. They make it easy for you to communicate. And if for some reason it's not, you know, the Councilwoman has asked us, you know, find out if it's complicated, find out if it's complex. We're still waiting for any complaints, if you will. But we have heard that it's actually very easy to call and get connected. So.
Thank you so much, Teresa. And again, thank you, Michael, for that great information. Our final topic of the evening is CPS Energy's Flex Power Bundle initiative and our proposed rates advisory committee. Joining us today is Priscilla Robledo with our customer response unit. Welcome, Priscilla.
Thank you, Sandy, and thank you all for joining us today. Your time, of course, is precious to us. So good evening. My name is Priscilla Robledo, and I am a senior member of the CPS Energy Customer Response Unit. Tonight, we are excited to share important information about the proposed Rate Advisory Committee, or RAC as we refer to it, and the Flex Power Bundle. Now, we're going to discuss recommendations with this next slide, from our management and leadership team on the proposed Rates Advisory Committee. We're also going to talk about where we are with our Flex Power Bundle. Now, earlier this year, the City of San Antonio Mayor sent our Board of Directors a memo requesting a Rates Advisory Committee with inclusion from City Council members. Selected representatives will review the current rate structures and design new ones with an overall focus on our customers' impact. Now, our board met shortly thereafter and approved a resolution in March of 2020 to support developing a framework to seek a proper proposed structure for this committee. Now, the proposed RAC's goal is to provide input to management and the board on rate design and power generation. Now, we've been busy. With our CEO, Paula Gold-Williams, we've been providing monthly updates to our board. We've had many meetings and discussions with our Board of Trustees to review in-depth information, requesting input from our board on the direction to go with the proposed RAC. Now, from a governance perspective, we're looking at 21 members from throughout our service territory to give us a diverse view. In addition to the 11, which will be chosen by our Board of Trustees to include the mayor, the proposed RAC will also have 10 appointments from City Council. Now, we'll also have a consultant that will provide some expertise regarding rate structures. The RAC may use this information in part to provide or to make informed recommendations to our Board of Trustees. If approved, we'll have a consultant that has a variety of rate-making experience that will be able to provide insight to our new RAC members on the rate processes and other relevant utility issues. Now, in terms of governance and member qualifications, you might say, what kind of qualifications does a member need to have? There are a varying amount of qualifications, and we feel that any and all experience is valuable. We'd like to have representation from all customer segments to ensure all of our customers have a voice. We're proposing that to be a part of this committee, you do need to reside within our service territory and be a current CPS Energy customer. We want a diverse group of members to include having an understanding of corporate governance, strong financial acumen, leadership skills, and being able to balance the time commitments for this committee. Now, the Rate Advisory Committee is still a proposed item. Our bylaws are currently in draft form. However, I do want to let the community know that we have a process that we're currently working on right now. The bylaws describe what the membership will look like, define the roles, the eligibility, the composition, the selection, and the term limits, amongst other things. One important aspect is understanding how often the committee will meet, the length of time, and we'll also formalize how we post this information to the community to allow for an opportunity for that feedback and input. We've been busy for the past several months with this ongoing process. We sent out our RFP for a rate advisory consultant to a number of consultancies across the United States. We received 11 of them, and we just completed our third round, which included virtual presentations from the top 5 respondents. In the near future, we'll be providing our recommendations to the Board of Trustees for their consideration and selection. Now, this here is a quick snapshot of what of how the proposed structure might look. The proposed RAC is very similar to our other structures, like our Citizens Advisory Committee. And Councilmember Gonzalez, this is similar to your appointment of Andy Castillo on the CAC. We want to make sure that this proposed committee has access not only to our top leadership and the CEO, but also to our Board of Trustees. The proposed RAC would complement and add the input that we receive from many of our other stakeholders. As I mentioned, we have a diverse group of stakeholders, which include the environmental stakeholder group, the solar stakeholder group, our chambers, our school districts. We want to make sure that we are broad in our outreach to the community. We're committed to making these meetings accessible to everybody in our community, and we're planning on live streaming these meetings and recording them, having the public to be able to view it at their leisure or live, especially with during the times of COVID. Not everyone is able to go to an in-person meeting, so it's really important that we have virtual meetings, or at least have the live stream capability for anyone to participate from anywhere in the world if they so desire. This event is recorded, so anyone can go back and reference this material at a later date if they wish to. We'll post information on our website like we do today, and like we do today when we have our community meetings like tonight. We'll also consider varying times to meet, if day office hours are more appropriate than evening hours, just to have participation from various people. We know people have different work schedules, so we really want to be very flexible with this as well. Now, the mission of RAC is to provide a helpful and unique knowledge base on the insights of what we do as an industry and as a utility, with the ultimate goal of being weighed into the value pillars that we have. Of the value pillars, of course, affordability and reliability remain the top 2 responses we get from our customers when we ask them what is most important. 2 things to be considered. We're going to provide the foundational knowledge to understand rates, and the members should be willing to learn about the cost recovery to include the utility's best practices. There are expectations and responsibilities, of course, from the utility, the consultant, and each committee member. We will devote the necessary time and energy to provide information and knowledge to understand the complexity of what we do. We also want to understand what potential structures would be a strategy or an alternative or a solution. We want to make sure that the input from the proposed RAC is considered and our community understands that we take all concerns to heart. The committee's charge, our proposed RAC is going to be able to provide rate structure recommendations. As per our bond covenants, the responsibility and accountability for our rates reside with our Board of Trustees and our regulator, the City of San Antonio. However, the RAC will be able to provide a lot of useful input for consideration into that process. So someone might say, well, what's the RAC going to do? And we want to create a pathway for input to management and to our Board of Trustees on rate changes and the creation of new rates. They'll receive information on rate design trends and learn about cost structures. We want them to ask relevant questions and raise the concerns of the community. We'll review the impact of generation resource implications and also function in an advisory role. Now, let's talk a little bit about how we will get the RAC members up to speed. There's a curriculum that will be developed. We'll work on the governance structure and establish the bylaws, and also provide history on current utility practices and the best practices across the industry that include strong utility industry acumen. We've got a lot to consider in San Antonio and the greater community in regard to environmental considerations, regulatory parameters, and how we look at our current rate design, among other things. This is just an illustrative timeline of what I spoke to earlier. We've been very busy. We've been active with our board, and we will continue to provide updates and to seek input. Now, I'd like to stop here for a moment before we transition into the Flex Power Bundle. We want to hear from the community. Public input is essential to us. We've created an English and Spanish phone line, which is 210-353-6788, just for that. We'd like to hear from anyone who has any comments or feedback regarding our proposed rates advisory committee. We want the community to tell us what they think. For example, if someone is interested in participating in this committee, let us know. It's the perfect opportunity for people to phone in, leave us their name and number, and we'll get back to you. We'd also like to hear from you about how much time do you think a committee like this should spend in a meeting? Is it 1 hour? Is it 3 hours? Is it 5? How often? Is it once a month or is it several times a month? Please call us and give us your feedback so that we can provide this info to our board. Also, before we move on to the next section, I really want to encourage our listeners and viewers this evening to watch or listen to our Board of Trustees meetings. They are all live streamed, or you can call in. Our board information and presentations are also posted online in advance, and you can follow along as our Board of Trustees hear from experts across the utility about the matters that are important to us. Now, we've talked a lot about our Flex Power Bundle. We went out for an RFI earlier this year requesting some information on what might be currently available. We've been very successful with the fleet of power plants that we've owned and operated, but that fleet continues to get older. Currently, we have about 1,700 megawatts that will need to take offline within the next 10 years. This is due to the age of the plants because as they run pretty heavily during the hot summer months here in San Antonio, they become less efficient over the years. They also become less reliable, and anytime one of these plants fails, there's more of a financial risk when those units don't perform as they should. It's kind of like an older car. There are only so many miles, RPMs, and speed that you can take on an older car or vehicle before it starts to have problems. You couple that with the fact that losing 1,700 megawatts, how do we grow the bandwidth that we need to power our community? So we'll go out for an RFP later this year for the Flex Power Bundle. We're asking for commitments of 900 megawatts of solar, about 50 megawatts of battery storage, which is new technology. We understand how that affects our system, and we want to have that available not just for our portfolio, but also for our customers. Additionally, we know that sometimes the wind doesn't blow or the sun doesn't shine, and we need some type of firming capacity to match the new technology to meet the same requirements and reliability that a traditional unit might have. Now, you've likely heard us speak about our STEP program extensively, which is our Save for Tomorrow Energy Plan, formed in 2009. We did a STEP bridge extension, and STEP was highly successful. We not only met our goal of 771 megawatts, but exceeded it, saving 833 megawatts, which is about the same size as a large power plant. We avoided that cost for our customers. We budgeted $849 million for the STEP program, and we actually came in $130 million under budget. We also completed it 1 year early. We understand that there are tried and true products that have been really successful for us, and we're looking to see how innovation couples with either a STEP bridge extension or later in 21, how Flex Step, which is a bigger and bolder program, may be released. Again, working with what's tried and true, and then what's new to bring in with newer technologies. We've come a long way in our STEP vision. We started, like I said, the Save for Tomorrow Energy Plan, and we released the Flexible Path plan a couple of years ago. All of this ties together. The Flex Power Bundle, the Flex Path, again, tried and true products with newer clean technologies and product offerings for our customers. Now, I'll end on this slide here. For any questions you might have, please use the chat feature. For public input, you can call us at 210-353-6788 and let us know your comments or suggestions. Are you interested in participating? How long do you think these meetings should last? Should it be ad hoc? Should it be for a period of time and then disband? We're looking for your community or for the community input. Again, I'd like to thank you for your time today, and please visit our website at cpsenergy.com for information on all of our programs, including information for the Flex Power Bundle. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Priscilla, for this information. Priscilla, can you share with us once again where someone can provide feedback for the Rates Advisory Committee?
Certainly. So again, for that, you can call us at 210-353-6788 for any type of feedback, or for any information. And again, we can reach back out to you. Again, that number is 210-353-6788. Thank you, Sandy.
Thank you so much, Priscilla. We're now at the end of our program. Councilwoman and Teresa, would you like to provide any closing comments for our audience today?
Thank you. Hi, this is Shirley Gonzalez, and I just so grateful for all the information. I think this is a great program, and I'm glad it was being recorded so we can share it for any future audiences. But I just want to thank all the panelists for your time this evening and for the great information. So thanks so much for compiling it all in one place that we can easily access later. So thanks, everyone.
Thank you so much, Councilwoman, for those remarks. And as you mentioned, yes, this event is being recorded, and we will provide that at a later time for everyone to watch. I want to really take the time to, again, thank you, everyone, all of our panelists for joining today, for the great information provided to our community. I do also want to take the time in a moment to recognize Trustee Janie Gonzalez, who's watching tonight's event. Trustee Gonzalez represents the Southwest Quadrant, which is District 5 is part of. Thank you, Trustee, for joining us tonight in this event. Again, I want to remind everyone that if you have any questions you'd like to ask us, please use the chat feature. Our crew team has been with us throughout this evening answering your questions in real time. We will remain live for the next couple of minutes. Again, thank you everyone for joining CPS Energy's virtual People First Community Fair hosted with Councilwoman Shirley Gonzalez and Teresa. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
So one thing I just want to add, the importance of sharing this information with your neighbors, with the taqueria down the street, the bakery down the way, your hairstylist. Many times, in District 5, I like to say I enjoy District 5 because I think we're old school, right? And old school, however, is, oye, comadre, did you hear about, or when, you're getting bread and you're like, and even I've done it, did y'all look into the PPE? Did you sign up for it? And many times they say no, or it is too complicated, the surveys. I've met the team at CPS that does customer service, and the young lady, just I guess a shout out to her, Miss Lopez, is really nice, bilingual. She seems to be always willing to help and address any questions and concerns on an individual basis. So if your neighbor's not going to log on, they're not going to call, and they want someone to call them, let us know. And so not only would I'm sure CPS is more than happy to take the calls, but you can also call the district office. Of course, I don't have that phone number memorized, right? And so I will search that down, but you can always call the district office. And I like to also give kudos to our our constituent services director, who is awesome. Her name is Rosalinda Guia. And if you call the field office, she is really great about getting you in contact. So again, if you were savvy enough to get on this, that's, kudos to you. But there's many of our neighbors and our neighbors, whether they're businesses or just, the seniors down the way, or, the single mom that, is kind of running around, or, working 2 jobs that doesn't have time to read the small print. So please take this information and don't keep it to yourself. Share it with everyone. Thank you, Michael. So our phone number for the field office is 210-207-0960. Again, 210-207-0960. If you forget it, the field office is at Collin Gardens, right next to the HEB. So the next time you go to HEB on Nogalitos, just stop by. The phone number is printed right there. We know that sometimes this modern way of doing things is not for everyone. And we're more than willing to make exceptions and work with, your grandmother, your aunt, la tía, el tío. So thank you so much.
Yes, thank you so much, Teresa, for those great remarks. I'll take this moment. As I mentioned, Trustee Gonzalez is joining us this evening, and we would like to offer her an opportunity to say a few words. Trustee Gonzalez?
Can you hear me?
We hear you perfect. Good evening.
Great. I've been wanting to talk. Just kidding. No, first of all, thank you guys. And I wanted to stress to Councilwoman Shirley Gonzalez that I'm very grateful to CPS for going grassroots, and they actually delivered door-to-door door hangers for today's event. So I just wanted to make sure that you knew that. And one of the things that we added was a phone number for people to call in that would not have access to the internet. So just want to stress again that you have my commitment to do grassroots activities to ensure that everyone in the lower income areas get to participate, especially when we're dealing with limited access or, just not being a digital, we call them digital, either immigrants, right? That they're just learning how to get acclimated. So just want to thank everybody at CPS and know that you have my commitment to increase engagement, especially in District 5 in different ways. And also to make sure that we communicate to all the small businesses through the channels that we have access to. So again, great job. Looking forward to the next event. And thank you very much, everyone on the line.
Thank you so much, Trustee Gonzalez. Again, thank you everyone for joining us today for CPS Energy's Virtual People First Fair. Have a great evening. Thank you.